What up, Alpha Team? It's DJ AlphaTyler, and we are back again with another reaction. Y'all already know what it is. We coming with the homie, Skeem. He got this new track dropping called Spotlights. Now, it should have already premiered right now. I'm recording this a little bit beforehand because my boy hooked me up with the link and all that. And so I'm ready to get into it. Before we do, y'all know I got a couple of things I got to ask. Number one, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to join the Alpha Team. Don't forget to ding that notification bell to get on the notification squad and always know when we got some new content dropping. Like the video if you enjoy the reaction. If you like the original song, get over to Skeem's channel. Link to the video is going to be down in the description below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe over there as well if you haven't done so already. Without further ado, it's time to jump on into this thing and see what my man is bringing with Spotlights. Let's get it. So I like this. Number one, we got like the two faces of Skeem. We got masked Skeem up in here. We've got unmasked Skeem up in here. And I happen to know for a fact, first of all, Skeem recorded this video by himself, which is super impressive already. Because I'm telling you, like you know, I ain't gonna be recording good angles of myself out dancing around and everything. It's a really nifty kind of setup because I'm looking at the 3 takes here. I mean, we got the dark room, we got kind of like the stage and everything. I know that he was recording this between rainstorms and everything. Like there's a lot of subtlety in here that I'm enjoying that's already showing through in the first few seconds. But especially wanted to shout out that my man made this by himself, which is a little crazy.
Around and I can't make a sound. All of my fears are found when there's no one around. I'm sorry, friends, please don't make us end. I'm hopeless, now I start to descend. Spotlights on, spotlights on.
So if you guys don't know, me and AlphaBot actually checked this out a while back, a demo version on Alpha Tuesday. And so one thing that I really enjoy about the song, I mean, it's kind of coming to grips with some of our own faults. It's coming to grips with kind of the pressure that comes from having the spotlight, taking center stage and everything. I really do like the writing in this. And one thing that really adds to it, you know, when Skeem first did Pop Punk Is Dead, it seemed like it was just a shout out, you know, kind of reviving that dead genre and everything. Pop punk was kind of peaking back with MGK and all that, and so everybody was kind of, you know, pop punk. We all grew up with it. I mean, if you're a '90s kid, definitely you grew up with pop punk. It was a thing. It was part of the music scene. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't around for forever, at least not, you know, at the forefront for a long time. And then when Skeem kind of came out with Pop Punk Is Dead, initially when he started talking about it, when I started seeing it, I think, you know, he's trolling me a little bit. The music came out fantastic. Then he came out with the Christmas Punk album. Fantastic album. Lots of really nice plays on some Christmas classics and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that album. Now we got this one. Depending on how you look at it, the second full-on, like, you know, pop punk album, the third pop punk album that he's done. But really, I know for this one, he went all out. So he got a separate producer, wanted to really have that band feel and kind of bring in that other perspective so that it wasn't just all him being in his head. And one thing I love on the tracks that I've heard demo versions of so far is just how much it shines through that you know, the feeling of the genre still very much feels alive. And so kudos for that. Shout out for that. Let's go.
Now I start to descend. Spotlights on, but the room is empty. Spotlights
do like to, you know, the nuance in there of, you know, we're talking about the spotlight being on and everything. We're talking about the room is empty. Again, you know, I was talking about the struggles that he kind of explores in this song. And one thing that really strikes me is that hit of, you know, when you're doing something and you see, you know, all these numbers come up and everything, it's one thing that I know as, you know, doing reactions. I'm sure, you know, I've seen Skeem post about it and mention it before too. I'm sure anybody watching this, anybody listening to this song who's got a platform doing anything kind of understands where it's coming from. But you have all these different people and they come to you for different reasons. You know, some might like this type of video that you do. Some might be there for reaction videos you do. Some might be there because they support a friend of yours who said your name. Whatever the case may be, you get all these different people from different audience who come to your content, but then you end up, you know, with 20,000, or in Skeem's case, you know, 70, 80, 90,000, you know, subscribers, but you don't get that full viewership behind everything that you do. And so the question becomes, you know, who am I doing this for? Who am I playing this for? And, you know, for most of us, I think it really comes down to, you're doing this for the people who really ride with everything that you do. The people who genuinely support you for the sake of supporting you. And that's one of the beautiful things about these communities. One of the beautiful things about, you know, creating content, period, is you build personal relationships with people who would have never known that you were existing. You know, in the world that I grew up in, there are probably most of you watching this right now would have never known me. And yet here we are in 2022, and because of the internet, because of YouTube, because of these platforms online and everything that we build, we're able to connect. We're able to make a beautiful place and spread a positive message and spread, you know, X, Y, and Z, whether it's sharing music, whether it's sharing ideas, whatever the case may be. You know, we've come to that point, and it's so really humbling when you think back on where we were 20, 30 years ago. But let's go.
I get it, I'm not worth the drama. Don't wanna deal with all my dramas, everybody.
I do want to know what stage this is on, because that's a pretty nice setup right there. Like, that would be, that it looks like it would be a decent show to go to.
I'm not worth the drama. Don't wanna deal with all my dramas, everybody. I know will leave to find a better so that they interweave. But sometimes I just want a chance to show that I deserve a dance. Just put out your arm, I'll hold you tight. I'll do you no harm, I'll treat you right. Oh, I'm lying, I'm too broken to promise you fight. Deny me, or flames will consume your sight. My eyes are gaze into the depths of hell, and I'm still living unwell.
See, so one thing I really like right here, you know, the lyrics of the song, we're talking about really, you know, offering to be that shoulder for someone to cry on, and then saying, no, I'm lying, you know, really talking about, I'm going to let you down, I'm going to bring you down. And it really gets into a point where, you know, as an artist, as, you know, as a person in general, honestly, in the world, you try to be that shoulder for so many people, especially people who are in pain. If you don't know, you know, one thing that I can say I've observed throughout my life is that people in pain are the ones the quickest to try and help somebody else with whatever they're struggling with. And to me, that's what this piece of the song really speaks to, is getting around, you know, it's that resonance. You can see it on his face. I mean, dude looks like he's crying, he looks sad, he looks really torn up and brokenhearted in this frame right here. And I mean, from this shot, you know, you see kind of some of the jumps, some of the you know, visible effect of how it's staring at him, just kind of how this scene plays out, this specific take plays out. And of course, you got him walking on the stage. It's you know, it's a sad, it's kind of somber. It's realizing, you know, you've made it to this point, but who are you really doing this for? You're trying to lift people up, but you're not sure that you're able to lift people up. You're not positive that you can actually be that strong for that many people, and you can actually be that person who lifts people up. And so you're in a world of your own. You know, the spotlight's on, but you're left alone on the stage by yourself. And I think it's a beautiful metaphor. I think the video does it justice. I think it's super impressive he made the video by himself. But the song, you know, this song honestly really speaks to me in a lot of ways.
Hell, and I'm still living unwell. Spotlights on, but the room is empty.
really enjoy even the pickup at the end, you know. Just the way it kind of changes pace, you know. The song picks up, of course, you know, he's jumping around, he's kind of jumping themes. It gets that more uplifting feel, it gets that more personal feel, it gets that, you know, if you know Skeem, it really gets, all of this song really gets to a lot of Skeem, because it really gets, and I'm not necessarily talking about the guy in the mask that we all started watching whenever we started watching. I'm talking about who he is as a person. You know, it really touches on, you know, struggles he goes through, kind of conflicts of personality, what have you. It really hits those different facets of his actual personality, which I personally really enjoy.
I think they hear me, but they like the way I tried to stay gone. And they're gonna carry on like they never did me wrong. And they never heard my song, now the night turns into dawn. When the sun goes going strong, but the darkness where I live keeps me withdrawn.
I like that too. I mean, we're talking about the darkness where I live, you know, keeps me withdrawn. We're hiding, but he's talking about people doing me wrong, acting like, you know, they never did you wrong, even though they never heard your song, all this stuff, those people who attached to you. And it's just like, you know, we're talking throughout the beginning part, we're talking about who can I be as that person who lifts the people up around me, lifts the people up who see me. Then we kind of switch to who were the people and how did they impact me that were on the outside for me on the flip side of that. And I really like the contrast, because again, you know, it gets in one of my favorite things that I picked up from a young age is everyone is a teacher, whether it's somebody teaching you in a positive way or a negative way. Everybody has a lesson that you can learn. You may learn a lesson from them of how not to do other people, but you're going to pick up a lesson from everyone that you encounter.
Lights on, spotlights on. There's no crowd to get me. Spotlights on, spotlights on. Left me down and empty. Spotlights on, spotlights on. The devil might accept me. Spotlights on. I'm leaving. Spotlights on.
I enjoyed it. Now, if you guys don't know, Long Live Pop Punk is available for pre-order right now. It is going to be released on Friday, May 13th. At the end of the video, you can get your signed copies at WeSkeem.com. So there's the plug. Make sure that you guys go grab a copy, because honestly, I mean, my man is making quality music. That's the thing. Like, he's making quality music with a solid message. I really appreciate and enjoy everything that Skeem brings to the table. And so, you know, for me personally, like I said, is it a genre that brings nostalgia into the mix? Absolutely. But it's more than that. It's hearing somebody actually bring that genre and do it justice and kind of give it that feeling of, this is somebody who's making music to actually want to try and help somebody, to actually want to try and pick someone up. And there's not a lot of that happening in the world today. I mean, offhand, I know Skeem's doing it, you know, shout out to Meezus is doing it, Burden's doing it. You know, there are a select few people who really want to make a positive impact in somebody's life with their music, and I think we should absolutely support those guys. And y'all already know, we support independent artists on this channel. I'm picking up the things if I'm telling you guys to get it. So go grab your copy at WeSkeem.com. That's all I got for this one. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for it. I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of yourselves. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to head over to Skeem's channel. Link to this video is tagged down in the description below. Make sure you hit it up, like, share, and subscribe over there as well. I'm DJ AlphaTyler. I hope you're staying safe, taking care of yourselves. I'll catch you guys next time.
That's right, cause the managers won't take their balls. Grab your balls, you a grown-ass man. Whining and crying like it's a party you're playing, can understand. Yeah, you reppin' that you go hard, rapping with no bars. Reckon you a joke, only ripping off the real stars. I got the diabolic rhyme, and you know we're gonna have one hell of a time. Stick a sip of the shine, common sense in your mind. Been on the sideline watching, aging like a fine wine inferno in your mind, like Dante in the 9-9.